I just wanted to make sure that I can step up with a guy who, for me, can pose a threat. And I mean, I thought he was going to get the
and it'll go live around the world on DAZN, and it's all brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA. It's an incredible 9-fight card sponsored by JD Sports. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're going to go ahead and bring up the fighters to face the scale and to face each other. Our weigh-in begins with a 6-round bout in the featherweight division. Let's please welcome to the stage Francisco Cisco Mura. Who's the up? Now to the scale, ladies and from Tucson, Arizona, please welcome Francisco Mura to the scale. 123.8 for Francisco Mura. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. He's 4-0 as a professional, 1 knockout. He's the 2018 United States National Golden Glove champion, fighting out of Camden, New Jersey. Please welcome Raymond Savage Ford. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Raymond Savage Ford. $125.1 for Raymond Savage Ford.
What's up? How you guys making out? What's up with y'all? Rough couple weeks, but we're back. Tomorrow's going to be busy. We got the Harrison-Charlo 2 press conference in exactly 2.5 hours. We're going to be streaming that. Busy.
6 rounds,
busy. It's going to be busy.
Phoenix, Arizona, DAZN, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA.
I want to try to catch the Riakporhe fight
right now, 10
after
rounds in the
this
super middleweight division. Introducing up first to the stage, the Tijuana, California, Mexico, 33, 8-2 with 22 big wins by way of knockout. Please welcome Humberto Gutierrez Ochoa.
Apparently, they knew and suspected, that Chavez wasn't going to make weight. I wouldn't trust him either. So they was already prepared. So they weighed his ass in early. Or they weighed him in earlier.
Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, the popular and exciting blood and guts warrior. Please welcome King Gabriel Rosado. Now to the scale. Cachorrito Betillo, Humberto Gutierrez.
Chavez Jr., man, just pisses me off. And who is this fat man?
166.1.
Okay, well,
166.1 for Ochoa.
They got him off of somewhere in L.A.
The scale, ladies and gentlemen, King Gabriel Rosado. 168.4, 168.4 for Rosado.
I never, I gave up on Chavez Jr. I gave up on him. So, like I said, they knew he was going to miss weight. They knew. Gabe Rosado was going to step in if, they decided not to go forward with the fight. And it's fucked up that Eddie Hearn put his name out there and his reputation with the Nevada State Athletic Commission for Chavez Jr. to have this fight go on and he don't even make weight. Fuck Chavez Jr.
Rosado, Ochoa, 10-round super middleweights Friday night. Talking Stick Resort Arena, Phoenix, Arizona. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA live on DAZN.
Where'd they get this man from? Where'd they get him from? Look at him. He be playing FIFA. He was in the crib playing FIFA. They was like, you want to fight? He's like, see?
I just want to say right here in the front row, we have a living legend with us, ladies and gentlemen. 1988 Olympic gold medalist from Seoul, 5-time world champion, Manitas de Piedra, Michael Carbajal in the house. Give him a nice round of applause. The one and only Phoenix, Arizona native.
No, I'm not in better shape than him. Don't fucking get me to lying. I'm a fat ass right now. This is the heaviest I've been in my fucking life. I'm fucking Andy Ruiz fat ass. I'm doing my best to cope with my weight gain.
The official weight.
I need to get back on
Ladies and
those on that
gentlemen,
juice
now 10
I
rounds
was
in the
on,
welterweight
steroids.
division. Introducing up first to the stage, 24-1, 10 knockouts originally de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, and now living and fighting out of Fairfield, California. He's the former WBC Continental America's welterweight champion, Alan Gabriel Sanchez.
I'm so fucking fat, man.
Sanchez.
It's disgusting.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage. He's a southpaw. He's undefeated as a professional. 8 fights, 8 victories, 4 of them coming by way of knockout. He's a 2-time Olympian and a 2016 Olympic gold medalist. He fights out of Astana, Kazakhstan. Ladies and gentlemen, Kazakh Thunder, Daniyar Yeleussinov. And now to the scale, Alan Sanchez. 147.8, 147.8 for Alan Sanchez. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Olympic gold medalist, Kazakh Thunder, Daniyar Yeleussinov. 147.9, 147.9 for Yeleussinov.
Fucking Chavez Jr, man. Can't do shit right. And where's Claudia Trejos? And where the hell's AK Barack been? Twilight was here, though. Well, no, he isn't. He was at the press conference. My bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this could be the sleeper of the night. Sanchez Yeleussinov. Don't miss this fight. 10 rounds, welterweight.
Somebody was like,
Talking
damn.
Stick Resort Arena here in Phoenix, Arizona. All brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA, live on DAZN.
Somebody was like, damn, the Zone must be on hard times hiring grannies to do commentary. I was like, you son of a bitch. Grannies, though? No, Chavez, listen, they did something smart. They weighed in Chavez before the official weigh-in. So just in case to see how much he was like weighed in over, that they was going to be able to find him. So he had already weighed in. This is live, but they had already weighed him in earlier. So I would do the same shit. Like with a guy like who is a habitual fucking weight misser, I'll weigh his ass in early too. I'm like, nah, the weigh-in's at fucking 3 o'clock, but we're going to weigh your ass in.
10 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing up first
at
to the
fucking
stage.
noon,
He's
motherfucker.
A southpaw, 31 victories, 6 defeats, 6 draws.
Fucking 5 pounds over.
19 big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of the capital.
No, that's not a ceremonial weigh-in.
Please welcome.
They just weighed him in early and the news came out.
Super lightweight champion Winston El Zurdo Campos.
I don't like what ESPN been doing with the weigh-ins, like where women earlier and then they do like the ceremony shit like UFC does.
Making his way to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, he's a 2016 Olympian. He's thus far undefeated as a professional. 9 victories, no losses, 1 draw, 6 big wins coming by way of knockout. Standing with his head trainer Adam Booth and hailing from
He weighed in at
Sunderland, England,
3 years ago.
He is the skilled, and fast rising star, the reigning Commonwealth and WBA International Welterweight Champion,
Chavez worse than a degenerate.
Josh Pretty Boy Kelly.
What's worse than a degenerate?
Kelly. Now to the scale, please. Winston Campos.
And the thing is, he looks sick, you know?
148.4, 148.4 pounds for Winston Campos. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the undefeated Pretty Boy Kelly. 150.4, 150.4 pounds for Josh Pretty Boy Kelly.
But at least you know Broner try to do good in his heart, you know? Fucking Chavez Jr., man. You know, he used to be one of my favorite fighters. I know, fucking, what the fuck, right? I used to ride or die for Chavez.
Kelly, Campos,
street fights and
rounds,
shit when people used to slander his name.
PHX, Phoenix, Arizona, Talking Stick Resort Arena, Friday night, courtesy of Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing USA, live on DAZN.
The fanfare shit broke my heart. That shit broke my heart.
These guys are getting off stage. Give a nice big shout out to three-division champion of the world, ladies and gentlemen. Just had an incredible fight at Madison Square Garden. Pound for pound, one of the greats, Terrence Bud Crawford. Thank you for joining us from Omaha. Great performance last weekend at MSG.
Maurice Hooker in camp with Bud Crawford. Yo, Diamante got his tips clipped. You see his hair? He must have heard us talking shit about him.
In the middleweight division, right now making his way to
He's
the
not
stage.
dragging on the floor no more.
4 defeats, 25 big wins coming by way of knockout. Originally de Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Mexico, and now living and fighting out of Westlaco, Texas, the former WBC silver middleweight champion. Please welcome Roberto Leamanzana Garcia.
I talked to Roberto a few years ago. I was never really a fan of his, man.
And his opponent now making his way to the stage.
I think he's going to get beat up by Liam Smith.
28 victories, 2 defeats, 1 draw, 16 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's one of the 4 Fighting Smith brothers hailing from Liverpool, England. The former English, the former Commonwealth, the former WBO welterweight champion of the world, Liam Beefy Smith. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen. Roberto Garcia.
That was very degenerate of you, Fight Scout. HR is going to have a talk about you. Who in HR? Toby from the office. That's his new job now. He over with us on HR.
155.5 pounds for Garcia. And now to the
you forced my hand, man. You forced my hand. HR was like, yo, you deal with it or we will.
159.9, 159.9 for Liam Smith.
I got the call from the people upstairs. Hey, listen, you know, there's people above me too, man. There goes that holiday bonus. You ain't never hear of HR. You can tell you ain't got no job. Human resources, bro.
10 rounds, welterweights, Friday night.
That's what people go to tell on you about shit.
Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA live on DAZN. WBC Diamond Belt Ring Magazine champion, ladies and gentlemen, from Liverpool, Callum Smith.
They could just do you all kind of dirty at your job. You don't know what HR is.
Enjoying the valley of
Fucking with your check and everything.
We're going to keep it rolling, guys. 6 rounds welterweights. Introducing up first, 6'8" and 1/5 knockouts. He fights out of Indianapolis, Indiana. The former Indiana State middleweight champion. Please say hello to Rakeem Malik Johnson. His opponent now making his way to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, undefeated as a professional. 5 fights, 5 victories, 3 of them coming by way of knockout. 2-time New York Golden Glove champion and the 2018 National Golden Glove champion, hailing out of Staten Island, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, the Albanian Bear, Rashad Marri.
We got a nice solid couple of days of boxing. Even if you're thinking about the Rackport card today. I'm going to watch that main event before I do the... remember, we're going to be here for Harrison Charlo 2 press conference at 5:30 sharp because it's going to be televised.
146.4 pounds.
So they're going to start on time. It's going to be on Fox Sports too. It can't be on regular Fox Sports because, you know, they're going to be cussing and stuff. Probably call somebody a nigga and a hoe and a sucker. Ultimate hoe, actually. So that's not free TV.
145.8 pounds for Rashad Marri.
I want a lot of cussing. Yeah, it's at a couple hours. The final press conference for Harrison Charlo 2 is in a couple of hours. I actually only eat ass once a month, you guys. You get back here, Hat. I'm sick of you. You come back here, you son of a... Damn, where'd he go?
Johnson and Marri, 6 rounds welterweights, Phoenix, Arizona. Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing USA live.
Did somebody time him out already? Yeah, the Riggle fight is off. He was supposed to fight Solis at 118.
Big fight just announced with Mikey Garcia. We're looking forward to that in Texas in February. Can't wait for that.
So it's going to be Charlo Harrison, Ajagba Kaldais. I forgot to pronounce his last name. Also, Daniel Dubois fight Kayatoro Fujimoto midday card. We got credentials for that.
And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom.
Well, to the post-fight press conference.
In association with Rock Nation Sports
and tickets to the fight.
Promotions. This bout is
they kind of jerked us, but whatever.
Of the World Boxing Council, the president Maurice Hooker, the supervisor will be Rex Walker. Introducing up first to the stage, 19-4, 17.
I got Chavez Jr.
by way of knockout. De Querétaro,
Toulouse,
Mexico. Please welcome Uriel Bombadero Perez. And his opponent now making his way to the stage. 26 victories, only 1 defeat, 3 draws, 17 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here's one of the elite 140-pounders in the world. He's on his road to redemption.
By the way, all that content you see on the Matchroom channel, everything, this is the main guy right here, this dude. I forgot his name. Like the fighter meetings, all that shit, the exclusive is all him with that camera. He go back after he get the tape, the footage, and he just start editing his ass off. Or just chopping and snipping and chopping and snipping. Yeah, Ryakport's fighting. It's a Matchroom Next Gen prospect card. It's like their showbox over there on Matchroom Sky Sports. It's actually on right now.
Now to the scale, Uriel Perez. 141.9, 141.9 for Uriel Perez. Now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, former champion of the world, Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. 144.3, 144.3 for Mighty Mo Maurice Hooker.
Maurice Hooker got all these kids, those mouths to feed. He got his DAZN money though. He was one of the first. Well, you know, it is Chavez Jr. So, you know, with the Mexican fan base, like, people still going to support because of his pop and they want to believe in him, you know. So, by the way, who was it in the chat that said the fight is now at 173? Because Chavez Jr. weighed in earlier at 173 when the fight was supposed to excuse me, the fight was supposed to be at 168.
Hooker and Perez, 10 rounds.
So now it's at 173, and Chavez has to give up some of his money. By the way, you have to think about all the TV rights down in Mexico and all those places, you know, where the money's going to come from.
Michael Carbajal on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, 5-time champion of the world, Olympic silver medalist. One more time, please. If we get a nice round of applause.
Al Heyman probably on the phone somewhere putting together some bullshit fight for Leo Santa Cruz.
Friday night in the co-featured bout of the evening. 12 rounds for the vacant WBC Flyweight Championship of
Bro, I just got my
world.
channel back. We beat 8 copyright strikes. 8 copyright strikes, bro. Let me do my boxing shit.
Talento, Canelo Promotions, and Tekken. Introducing up first to the stage, 29-4 with 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Managua, Nicaragua. He is the former WBC Flyweight Champion of
It's
the
173
world.
now, but this morning it was 168. You dig? He weighed in a few
Rosales.
hours ago.
Rosales.
Chavez weighed in a few hours ago, and it was like they knew he wasn't going to make weight. They knew he wasn't going to make weight.
Stage, ladies and gentlemen, 14-1, 1 no contest, 11 big wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Mexico City, Distrito Federal, Mexico. Here is the savage and relentless former world title challenger, Julio Cesar El Rey Martinez.
He was laying it on Charlie Edwards.
Cristofer Rosales.
Remember that crazy shit with the Charlie Edwards fight?
111.3 pounds for Cristofer Rosales, El Latigo. And now to the stage, the former world title challenger, Julio Cesar El Rey Martinez. 112 pounds, bang on. The flyweight limit, exactly 112 pounds for Julio Cesar Martinez.
Chavez Jr., man, is just a fuck up. You know, he just seemed like a nice guy. You know, the type of guy you want to, like, you know, hang out with and, like, smoke some weed with and shit. You know, but he just a fuck up. Yeah, get some hoes, but knowing him, you gotta watch him. You can't get too drunk because they might rob you and him.
For the WBC Flyweight Championship of the world.
You know, he picked bad hoes. Hoes that want to take your shit. You gotta fucking sleep on your wallet and your phone, or always say you broke all night. If I'm hungry. Chavez, okay, let's go. Cocaína. I win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this. We got 2 Hall of Famers on the stage. It's not just Michael Carbajal, but we also have the International Boxing Hall of Famer, Mr. Michael Buffer. And I'm going to say this. The other day at the weigh-in, or at the press conference, I talked about this great fight with Chiquita Humberto Gonzalez. In that fight, Michael loves Michael, and he actually looked at Michael as a good luck charm. That fight was actually announced by Jimmy Lennon, but Michael Carbajal actually requested that Michael announced him for that fight. So if
What do you think Michael Buffer got to do to keep his face up?
It's my pleasure to hand the mic over to the International Boxing Hall of Famer, the one and only Mr. Michael Buffer.
And he be off his shit too. It's like, how you need fucking index cards, Michael Buffer? I mean, you still a man.
Introduce you to this unbelievable card of boxing we have here, and a night of world-class boxing like a fight fan's dream. It's just very hard to see one like this. But we do have a main event, and we are going to bring him up to the stage. But I understand there's another legendary figure from the world of boxing here, and I'd like to bring him up first, if we can, or he'll be coming up with his son, as we all know. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Homie like 80 now.
Here at Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona, Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing will present a great world-class card of boxing, and it's all broadcast live on DAZN to the United States and broadcast to the United Kingdom on Sky Sports Boxing and sponsored by JD Sports. Sanctioned by the Arizona Department of Gaming, Executive Director of Boxing, Francisco Meneses Jr. So, ladies and gentlemen,
you can tell he up there now because he got old people shoes on.
First up to the stage, his
with that extra foot support.
55 fights, he has 51 victories, 33 wins by knockout, only 3 defeats with 1 draw. He's the former Latino champion, former Continental Americas champion, former WBC silver champion, and former
that's some bitch, Miss
WBC
Wade.
middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros, de Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
We go talk about it all after the weigh-in.
And his opponent, ladies and gentlemen, with a record of 38 fights, 35 victories, 29 wins by knockout, with 3 losses from Brooklyn, New York, USA, former NABO and NABF champion, former Continental Americas champion, and former 2-time middleweight champion of the world, Daniyar Miracle Man Jacobs. Speaking of Hall of Famers, Freddie Roach here, the trainer for Chavez Jr. But ladies and gentlemen, before they get on the scales, let's introduce one of the greatest fighters in boxing history, a multi-time champion, a multi-division champion from the boxing
Hey, man,
Hall
tell
of
a nigga
Fame.
pull his drawers
Ladies and
up.
gentlemen, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. First onto the scales, the former middleweight world champion from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, stepping on the scales, Julio Cesar
That's your boy.
Chavez Jr.
That's your boy, man.
172.7 pounds.
They already knew what he weighed in at. You see this sham?
Next onto the scales, the Miracle Man from
Motherfucker.
Brooklyn, New York.
Chavez Jr.
Former
Put your pants
two-time
on.
middleweight champion of the world, Daniyar Miracle Man Jacobs. 167.8 pounds for the Miracle Man.
And you're a pervert, Fight Scout. You pervert.
2 former middleweight world champions clashing here in Phoenix, Arizona, at the Talking Stick Resort Arena, as Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Boxing USA presents a great night of boxing live on DAZN and exclusively to the United Kingdom on Sky Sports. Here they are, the 2 former middleweight world champions, moving up a division, facing each other here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's all live on DAZN and Sky Sports tomorrow night. Let's hear it for the former middleweight world champions Danny Miracle Man Jacobs, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for coming to the...
So, when you have a guy like Chavez Jr., right, who is a habitual weight skipper or weight misser,